Hello and welcome to all. In today's session, we'll see complete career path or roadmap to become a full stack QA or in software testing. Okay, so today I have added this session explicitly since I got a lot of queries asking about like I want to become a expert in software testing or in full stack QA. Okay, but Tim, believe me, like within 1 or 2 years will not become a master in full stack QA or in software testing. Okay, so before that we need to understand all the concept of manual testing, automation testing, even performance testing, and nowadays in we also need to focus on the AI testing. Okay, we need to understand the concept, then we need to understand the strategies, we need to understand the process and all these things. Okay, and now if you see the main objective of full stack QA is like we need to become an expert or we can say industry made QA professionals. Okay, now if you see the strategy or the structure of full stack QA, okay, mindset like if you go to Google and just search it, full stack QA mindset, and if you go to video, okay, the first video itself is coming. You just open full stack QA mindset. And here if you see the playlist, okay, okay, a playlist only I have divided. And like if you see playlist, like we have manual testing, we are covering manual testing, we are covering the performance testing, we are covering the backend side, we are also giving some tips and tricks for full stack QA mindset and interview. We are also covering the API testing. Okay, then automation testing, Selenium with Java, and AI in software testing. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, if you learn all these things, then we'll become an expert in software testing or will become a full stack QA. Okay, now questions like I got also queries like let's cover one by one everything. Okay, if I go ahead with the one by one like manual testing or the performance testing or database or AI only, okay, then we'll become an expert in that area only. Okay, but as a our objective of this channel, okay, is a or a full stack QA. Okay, we need to know overall all the testing concept and we become a expert slowly. Okay, believe me, if we learn everything one by one, okay, one day we all become an expert. Okay, and that is the reason. Okay, I have made some PPT. Okay, today's we'll see. Okay, so now here we can see. So first we need to understand the software development fundamentals. Okay, if you are fresher, if you don't know the what is the software development process, okay, first understand that process, like how our software is built. Okay, before testing it. Okay, first understand what is the SDLC, which models we are using. Okay, then where SDLC is coming and what are the phases of SDLC. Then what is the role of QA in Agile. Okay, then how we will do the requirement analysis. What is the BRT? What is the SRS? Okay, this is nothing but the software requirement specification, business requirement document, then how we'll do the test planning and strategy. Okay, first understand the software development fundamentals or software development life cycle. Then we'll start with the manual testing core concept. Okay, now if you see the basic purpose of manual testing core concept is like build strong testing mindset. Okay, then we will cover types of testing, functional, non-functional, then black box, white box, gray box. And then we'll also cover the smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing, and many more like exploratory testing, ad hoc testing. Okay, then we also need to understand test kit design techniques. Okay, there are different design techniques. Like one is the boundary value analysis, equivalence partition, decision tables, and many more. We also need to understand bug life cycle. Then what is the difference between the severity versus priority? Okay, then what is the RTM, requirement traceability matrix? Okay, we need to understand the requirement traceability matrix from the requirement to test cases to defect. Okay, and defect to like we can say production environment. Okay, if any issues come from production environment, then again we'll revert back till requirement. Okay, so what is the use of manual testing core concept? This build thinking like a QA, not just executing the test cases. Okay, so we'll also cover web application testing. Okay, in web application testing like cross-browser testing, UI UX validation, forms validation, session management, cookies, and cache. Then, if in case we are using mobile testing or application is supporting mobile testing, then we also need to cover the Android versus iOS basics, mobile application installation testing, and all these details. Okay. Then, as part of our full stack QA, then we also need to cover the API testing fundamentals, like what is the REST AI, HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete. Then what is the status code, then request response structure. We also need to cover the JSON and XML basics. Okay, and here if you see, we have a basic API tools like Postman, Swagger, REST Assured in case we are using automation. And this level makes you backend aware QA. Okay. Then next is a SQL for testers. Okay, so using this one, we'll validate the backend things or database. So for that, we need to understand the select query, join, group by subqueries. Okay, so if you know API, then front end and the backend, then we can validate data between the UI to API, API to database. Okay, then next is also important. We need to learn what is the automation, when to automate, automation versus manual comparison. Okay, and we'll do the web automation using Selenium or Playwrights. Okay, and for that we will develop a page object model pattern, design pattern. Then framework also will design. Nowadays, everyone is using the hybrid or the BDD framework. Okay, then using TestNG, okay, we'll see how we'll develop the framework. Okay, and for API automation, we'll do it using REST Assured, or we can use the Postman automation. Okay, now as a QA or as a full stack QA, we also need to involve in CI/CD integration. Then we need to understand what is CI/CD, Jenkins basics, GitHub also. Okay, Git fundamentals we should aware. Then Maven. Okay, the main purpose of this one QA should be part of delivery pipeline. Okay, then we'll also integrate our pipeline. Okay, like when we are doing the any deployment, then using this deployment will make sure that our smoke suite should also get execute and we'll get a mail. Okay, so we'll running the automation in pipeline and test reports get generated, and we'll also need to understand the Docker basics. So this makes you like DevOps ready QA. Then next is we also need to understand the performance testing. And for that one, we'll go ahead with the JMeter basics, load testing, stress testing, and the performance matrix, and we'll share with the product and all the stakeholders. Okay, now another is the security testing. This is also non-functional testing. Okay, but we need to understand this is also very important nowadays. Security testing. Okay, even accessibility testing is also important. In security testing, we'll say XSX. Okay, cross-site scripting attacks. Then authentication testing, SQL ingestion. Okay. Then, as I mentioned, accessibility testing is also important. If in case we are using the web-based testing, okay, in accessibility testing, we'll cover all the UI related fields. Okay, like WCAG guidelines or the screen reader testing. We'll do it. Okay. Then next is nowadays everyone is using AI. We also need to learn, okay, how AI will use in manual testing for test case generation using AI. Then requirement analysis or missing requirement using AI. Then bug analysis also will use the AI. Okay, same way we'll also use the AI in automation as well. Okay, and in AI in automation will cover the self-healing locators. Okay, if in case our scripts are failing because of the locator get changed, okay, then using this techniques or this concept, okay, self-healing locators, okay, we'll add the code, and so that when we execute the test case or test script, it will not fail because of the, yeah, the locator get changed id, name, or XPath. Then smart test generation. Okay, we can use the AI in automation for the test data generation. Then flaky test detection. Okay, like sometimes situations are there. Sometimes we are saying a test case is passing first run, second run it is failing again, third run it is passing. Okay, to avoid this kind of test, okay, we will use the AI. Okay, and we'll make sure that all the time our test case gets passed. Then we also need to understand the prompt engineering for QA. So why prompt engineering is important for QA? Because if you give the correct prompt, okay, then I will show you like how we'll write the correct prompt using AI for API validation, even AI based test data generation. Okay, all these things are important. Okay, and like as I said, the basic objective of full stack QA, or if in case you want to become a master or expert in overall software testing. Okay, so this is a very good channel. Okay, and this is the main objective of the channel, not just testing, building a complete full stack QA engineers. And that is the reason I am going to cover all these things as part of full stack QA. Okay, if in case you have any questions, queries, please let me know or mail me. Thank you so much.